You've seen them walking the hallways and patrolling the grounds of our high schools. Men and women in uniform known as school resource officers. The Des Moines police officers, whose assignment is to work with students and teachers to create and maintain a safe, secure, and orderly learning environment in our schools. To do that, these officers undergo special training to equip them with the unique skills necessary to work in the school environment. Training like this. Over the summer, Des Moines Police Department school resource officers, along with other area SROs, took part in a week-long training exercise called Active Shooter School.
This week we're doing the Active Shooter School. It's a week-long school, 40 hours. Encompasses some classroom activity. Then it goes into an actual 2 days of firearms. I think we shot up to close to 1,000 rounds. And then from there we've gone in now into an actual school setting, and where we do a lot of role playing within the school and potential scenarios that we might see from an active shooter or just a shooter in general. It doesn't have to be necessarily an active shooter, or maybe some type of confrontation that happens when you do have an armed assailant within a school. Why this training is very important for us: not only does it give us a refresher from our original training at the academy, it also kind of enhances the training that we've had in the past. We add on to the basic, and then the instructors we have here kind of almost give us some tactical training with room clearing, hallway clearing, just little things that maybe the normal patrolman might not have because maybe they're not in that school setting, which we need to have. So this training has been very beneficial to me and to the other SROs.
NASRO, National Association of School Resource Officers, started this training a little over a year ago on the demands from our members. And the theory behind it is, if we suffer another active shooter situation, it's the belief and understanding now that the quicker you get to the problem and not wait, the faster you'll have a solution. So we know that time is of essence. So an SRO in a school is best prepared to handle a situation with an active shooter. And the fact is that we want him or her to do that effectively and safely. And that's what we're all about this week, is to emphasize that training.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground now!
Combining classwork, lengthy firearms training on the range, and 2 days of role-playing a variety of scenarios in the old Douglas Elementary School, the officers learned new tactics and strategies for dealing with potentially life-threatening situations. And while the training they received is incredibly valuable, the officers hope they never have to use it.
We spent yesterday in the classroom, we spent yesterday most of the morning talking to them about what the elements are of an active shooter. Our theory is that these officers, and we can learn more about what has caused these past shooters to do what they've done, we can be proactive. The main goal is to stop it from ever happening. However, reality tells us that we're not going to be successful 100% of the time. So starting at noon or right after lunch yesterday, this became reactive. If everything we have done as a school, I don't really ever want to make this an SRO without the school support. School, the counselors, the administrators, the teachers are a key element to this. But once that all the efforts for some reason has failed, then now you're into really a law enforcement situation, and now we're into a reactive mode, and that's what we'll be studying for the next 4 days.
And that's true with anything. As a police officer, any type of training you can get, it's training that you hope you never have to use, but it's training that you need to have. When it comes to a situation where you have a Columbine or you have those things, generally you're the first officer there, you're the first responder, so this training can help you in a sense. If you have an opportunity to alleviate the threat, they tell you how you can do that if you're given that opportunity.
This week of training better prepares these SROs to function at their assigned school, working with the teachers and administrators to create a crisis plan, as well as head off any incidents before they evolve into dangerous situations. To put it simply, the week is all about being prepared.
From our perspective, Des Moines is being very proactive in this to make sure these officers are well trained in the event that this thing hopefully will never happen. but these officers will be better trained to do it effectively and safely, and that's a compliment to the city, a compliment to the police department, and to the school system.
In Des Moines, there's a school resource officer assigned to each of our 5 comprehensive high schools, as well as one at Central Campus. Their job is to not only use their training to keep our schools safe, but to also enrich our school communities. Acting as mentors and teachers, on top of their law enforcement capacity, these officers connect with kids and can help make their time in school that much more successful. To find out more about SROs and the role that they play in your son or daughter's school, visit our website. For Channel 12, I'm Bianca Flores. Thanks for watching.